Why is it that the most difficult upgrade to make on your motorcycle, specifically a cruiser, and even more specifically a Harley-Davidson, is gotta be picking the right seat? Oh, if you're like me, you've probably done the same thing and you've bought a couple of these. It's just money going down the drain. So today, we're going to talk about the reasons why, and we're going to cover two seats, which is going to be the Harley-Davidson Tallboy seat compared to the Saddlemen Road Sofa Extended Reach. Let's go kickstands up. Let's get started. And hey, if this is your first time here, I'd like to say welcome. Thank you for checking out this video and the channel. We are a traveling motovlogging channel, and I focus on things from bike reviews to product reviews, and we make cinematic films along with cinematic sequences for your viewing pleasure. If you're interested in any of that, go ahead and consider hitting subscribe down below. If you enjoy any part of this production, I'd appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button. It will help spread this video out so we can share information with others. And hey, sharing is caring, so please, if you know anybody who might be interested in this channel, shoot it their way as well. I'd appreciate it. So the difficulties in purchasing a seat for your Harley-Davidson and or cruiser is got to be, in my opinion, the most difficult thing to do. The reason being is seats are not returnable. You cannot exchange a seat and ride it for a little bit and then just take it back. There are different options to test out seats, but you just can't buy one and say, I don't like it, I'm going to return it. I mean, really what it comes down to is we really don't want sweat and other juices to be swapped back and forth. You know what? That's completely disgusting. Let's move past it. Let's talk about some seats. And I have a theory that just about every motorcycle rider out there has probably gone through two seats. So right now, leave me a comment down below. How many seats have you gone through on your bike and or bikes until you found the right one? You don't have to tell me the dollars you spent on them, but I'd be curious to know. First off, the Harley-Davidson seat, the stock seat, I want to compare it to kind of like the Harley-Davidson stock suspension. It's terrible. Okay, and if for some reason you've been riding that stock seat for a while, you probably just may not know any better, but there are greater options out there, especially when you go on long distance rides. You're going to be able to feel the difference between a stock seat and an aftermarket seat, but then it comes down to the long list of which one to get and which one is best for you. Over the past couple years, I've done many trips, long distance trips, and Sturgis and other cross-country trips. Actually, we have one coming up in May. I'm going to be going on a 4,776 mile trip. Really excited about it. All the way around to Moyers, Oklahoma at the K River Campground for the Fast Life Garage Party, and then up to Minnesota, and then back around to San Diego. With that, it's part of the production and the filming for our next documentary series that is going to cover motorcycles and motorcycle riding. I can't really talk too much about that, but there is going to be a video coming out on what I would like maybe from you to be in this documentary. I am looking for people for interviews and motorcycle enthusiasts. So if you're interested in that, there'll be another video coming soon. You might as well hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't already. But anyways, let's talk about it. So my first purchase on my Harley-Davidson was the Harley-Davidson Tallboy seat. I am 6'3", and I needed a little bit extra room. The Tallboy seat does move you back about 1 3/4 inches from its normal stock position. Now with that, it does give you a little bit more room, and for everyday kind of back and forth, maybe cruising around town, it was great. My first long distance trip with the Harley-Davidson Tallboy seat, I kind of found a couple things that I didn't like. One, after about 100 miles or so, you start sinking in, your legs start falling asleep, and yes, your butt is going to be sore. That's all there was to it, and every day was the same thing. As I was traveling around, I noticed it more and more, especially as the day went on. Because I started getting into more long distance riding and distance trips, I wanted to try to make a change. Now, when it comes down to purchasing seats, as I had mentioned in the beginning of this video, seats are typically not returnable. You cannot purchase one and bring it back and swap it out or exchange it. What you can do, and a lot of Harley-Davidson dealerships offer this, is you can go test out a seat for a day or two and see if it's something that you would like. It doesn't give you a real world expectation though, because if you would have told me the Tallboy seat and gave that to me for a couple days, I would have thought, great, this is fantastic, this is the one I want to buy. Don't get me wrong, it is a comfortable seat, but once you get into that longer distance riding, it's pretty tough. Now, towards the end of the video, we're going to talk about the pricing and the add-ons you can get for both seats. But in comparison, I then swapped out for the Saddlemen Road Sofa extended reach seat. This actually pushes you back a little bit further, approximately a 1/4 inch further, and pushes you even more back. It does make a big difference. I didn't think that it would, but it gives you that much more room. It is borderline too far back, borderline. But one of the things you need to know about the Road Sofa is it takes miles to break in. Both seats actually take miles to break in, but the Road Sofa I found to be a little bit longer. It took me almost 5,000 miles to break in that seat, and once it's broke in, man, I'm gonna tell you, it is phenomenal. This is something I'm so excited. I'm going on my big trip in May, and I just cannot wait, because I feel right now, even in my last trip to Vegas, if I didn't need gas, I could have just kept on going. That's how comfortable this seat is. The pattern and design looks really good, and they do have different options for color stitching and things like that. But the Road Sofa in itself does need some miles, and approximately 5,000 of them, to properly break in that seat. You need to know it right now, because when you first put that seat on your bike, it is going to be incredibly stiff. Stiffer than that Harley-Davidson Tallboy seat. It is almost rock hard. It will break in over time. It does come with a protective cover for rain, because this is leather material, and how to properly maintenance and maintain that seat. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use it. I use it when I'm washing the bike. Just give yourself a little bit of time. It's a tough decision. What I would probably say, if you're looking about seating positions, that's why I would go and test out a seat at a Harley-Davidson dealership and see if you can just have one on loaner for a day to see about the actual seat position. Don't do it for the comfort. You really need to just look at that distance from the bike, the riding position, and if it's comfortable for you. Once you get that dialed in, just know, put in those miles. That seat will break in. It will make a world of difference. Now, going into the Tallboy seat, right now you're going to be looking at $400 to purchase that Harley-Davidson Tallboy seat. That does not include a backrest. And with that seat, if you're going to use a backrest, there's only one available. You cannot get the adjustable. Trust me, I tried it. It does not work. But you do need the mounting bracket and the rest itself. That's going to run you about $140 in order to do that upgrade at almost the lowest options available. So $140 plus the $400, we're looking roughly approximately $540 for that seat. The Saddlemen Road Sofa extended reach seat, you get the option of purchasing the seat with the backrest or without. I chose to have a backrest. Once I rode with one, I don't think I could ever go back. And so that runs you close to $800 complete setup. So it is a little bit more for that Road Sofa extended reach, but it does push you back a little bit more, about a 1/4 inch. And the comfortability, I will tell you, for long distance trips, it is night and day. But let's say for argument purposes, you do not want that backrest. The Saddlemen does have a little bit steeper of a step up and a lower lumbar support than the Harley-Davidson seat. The seat in itself for the Saddlemen Road Sofa is going to be $600. I don't know, you guys tell me, what are the seats that you were rocking? I'd love to hear your comments down below. Tell me what the goods and bads are of the seat that you currently have. Let's help each other out. Until next time, you guys ride safe, be safe, and we will catch you on the next one.